So this is Tanya Bridge Malone back with another YouTube video. So I'm shooting this video fairly late. It's probably, I don't really know what time it is. It's probably like, I'd say close to 10, 11 o'clock. Um, anyway, I wanted to bring y'all this video and notice my shirt. Jesus. Fix me up. Yeah. Anyway, I've had this shirt for a while, but anyway, that don't have nothing to do with what I'm fixing to say. I made a video earlier and it just got done uploading. It was an hour and a little bit over an hour long. I talked about the short-term disability pay and all that stuff that I was approved for 2 more weeks, but I wasn't thinking, but I actually quit my job on the 21st of March. So that's been maybe a couple weeks ago, if even that. So I left my job on the 21st. Then I actually quit because I never planned on going back to work there. You know what I mean? So I'm not eligible for those 2 weeks into April, they told me, because I quit on the 21st of March. So I was eligible for the 3 checks that they gave me. I don't have to pay nothing back, but I'm not eligible for any more pay. So this week's and next week's I would have been I got approved for, but since I quit on the 21st of last month, I wasn't eligible. So this is a lesson well learned, because I made that choice to leave because they sent me a text telling me I had 3 days to tell them what my return to work date was, if I was returning to work or I wasn't. But I never planned on returning to work there because I wasn't going to re-injure my back. And as I told y'all, I got a SL disc in between the S1 sitting on my lower spine. And it's sitting on a nerve ending. You know, so for me to go back and do that job and hurt myself again, yeah. And obviously the job was hindering my back. It was hurting my back. I had put my back out twice since I'd been there. So that was pretty much enough for me to know that I wasn't going to take a chance on hurting myself again. So, you know, I did what I felt I had to do. Should I have waited till after the 16th and gotten my last check to quit? Well, it is what it is. You know, it's a lesson well learned that if you ever apply, that was the first time I ever applied for short-term disability, and I really wasn't thinking. But yeah, once you quit, then you don't get any more pay. So I'm not eligible for those last 2 weeks of pay because of that. Which, that's fine. It's not a big deal. You know, it's just that I thought I was entitled to it because I didn't figure once I quit the job, honestly, I didn't figure. You all knew back when I was making videos, I was telling you all that I didn't, because before I got it, I didn't know if I would get any short-term disability pay, being that I quit. I spoke that in 2 or 3 weeks back ago. You know, so it's not a big deal. At least I was able to get 3 checks. I still got $700 left in my account, so that's good, you know. So now I got to make the decision whether I'm going to go out here and look for a job or if I'm going to go and file for disability. But I was kind of online earlier on my email trying to search through and see what all jobs is available in my area. And with my back like it is, there's just a lot of jobs I'm not going to be able to do. You know, so I'm thinking, I want to talk to the Lord about it before I make a decision, you know what I mean? Because I'm always on here talking about, speaking to y'all about wise counsel. Now, I might have acted like I was a little upset earlier today because I didn't get my last 2 weeks, but I figured maybe I was still entitled to it, you know? Being the fact that my doctor never gave me a return to work date with what he put on there, but it's okay, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, the last job I had really didn't do me right anyway, because they held 2 days against me for something that happened to me on the job. You know what I mean? I mean, they deemed it as prior existing, but they can't really prove that from an MRI. You know what I mean? And even my primary doctor said there's no way they could prove whether it was prior existing or wasn't. And I never tried to sue them or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. They did me crappy, really, in a way. In a way they did, because they held 2 days against me. They shouldn't have held against me. But I don't worry about it because I told myself if I hurt myself if I put my back out the second time when I did these videos, I told you I didn't plan on returning. The only reason I stayed as long as I did is because I was on light duty. And I even had to go to my primary care doctor after the MRI was done to get paperwork filled out because the workers' comp doctor put me on light duty. I couldn't even do the light duty because I couldn't stand up straight. Y'all remember me telling you that back on them videos when I was still working there. I did what I had to do. I mean, I was hurt more than what time I was working there. I mean, it's crazy. So, I can't keep doing that to my body. So, obviously I had to let it go. So, whether I made the right decision or I didn't, if somebody sends you, when they ask you what date are you returning to work, and you tell them, either or, I told them I wasn't returning to work, so it is what it is. So, anyway, I was eligible for them 3 paychecks, but I'm not eligible for anything past that. So what money's left in my account is what I got left to go on. So now I gotta, I'm giving it to the Lord. I'm letting Him guide me whether I need to look for a job or whether I just need to go on and file for disability. Obviously I need to file for a medical card because I don't have no insurance right now, and I got enough of my medicine to do me for the rest of this month, but I need some kind of insurance. But if I'm gonna, I think I do have one refill, maybe, possibly left. So, I don't know. There's no refills on this bottle, but I think I might have some refills that my psychiatrist had called. And it ain't been it ain't been that long ago since I seen my psychiatrist. It ain't even been a month since I was last seen her. But anyway, I just wanted to fill you all in on that. So I got that taken care of, and I figured I'd make a video about it because I'm forthcoming about my life. My YouTube channel is about talking about my life, what goes on in my life, and where I plan on going from here. So what I plan on doing is just giving it to the Lord and see what He wants me to do. You know what I mean? Whether I should go on and file disability, I'm very limited on where I can work. And if I can't lift that much weight, then I can't keep putting my back out. So a lot of these places, a lot of factory jobs, y'all require you to lift at least 40, 50 pounds to even apply. Now, there may be some certain cases where people will accommodate you if you tell them you have something wrong with your back prior existing. If you tell them that up front, but then they're liable to not hire you either. You know what I mean? They're liable to not hire you either. You know what I mean? So, but there is places that have to hire so many people with disabilities. Like within the year. Like, I'm sure that places have to hire so many people with disabilities, So, it is what it is. But, you probably best just stay within what you can lift. You know what I mean? Yeah. It is what it is. My situation's not the greatest, but it could be worse. I'm sure I'm not the only person out there that deals with lower back pain, lower lumbar pain. Right now I feel fine because I'm not lifting no heavy stuff. But I'm trying to keep my back straight, working on trying to keep it straight too. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, I finally got my hair down. I took me a shower and washed my hair and all that. And I guess it's supposed to rain some tonight, maybe some tomorrow. And to be honest with y'all, I'm so sick of rain. I'm so tired of rain. Praise the Lord for giving me another day to live, but I am so tired of rain, man. We have had so much rain here, you wouldn't even believe the amount of rain we've had. And, but anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know. So, that's really all I got to say, you know what I mean? I did pick up some more underwear at Marshall's. I did a Marshall, I don't know if I uploaded. I did do a Marshall. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. I went into Marshall's today, but I don't think I recorded anything. But anyway, I got some underwear and some bras from there. I'll probably show that to y'all tomorrow. I'll probably show you that tomorrow. I ain't going to do it today. But I'll probably just show it to you in my house instead of doing it out of my truck. But, yeah. But, yeah, so kind of reach a point where I got a decision I have to make. I'm either going to apply for disability or I'm going to look for another job. I really am kind of on the fence about that. But I could probably get disability between my back issues and me having celiac disease and 4 mental disorders and all that, you know what I mean? Because I'm really limited to what shifts I can work with even being on medication. You know, I can only work day shift. I can't work all these night shift jobs. You know, it's not good for people with bipolar. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, until next time, peace, love. I just wanted to let you all know, fill you all in on what was going on with that, so you all understand. So I did get an answer to it. So I'm not entitled to any more because I quit on the 21st. So I was owed the 3 weeks up to the 21st, and anything past that I wasn't owed because I left my job. So anyway, no big deal. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Until next time, peace, love. Y'all be blessed.